My next guest is the most awarded artist in Christian music. He's got, listen to this, 48 #1 recordings, 58 Dove Awards, and 5 Grammys. I mean, that's going to fill up your mantle. Please welcome a wonderful human being and a phenomenal performer, Stephen Curtis Chapman. Stephen, I'm honored to have you here. Thank you.
So good to be back with you again.
Well, indeed.
With these fine people.
And they love you, as obviously a lot of people do. I mean, when I think about how many #1 hits, how many Grammys and Dove Awards and all, I mean, you're not that old.
I started with my first album. It was 32 years ago, 1987. I was 10. It was a children's album. Okay, I'm lying. No, not true. But it was 32 years ago. That is kind of crazy, but it's been an amazing blessing, and to get to still be doing it and still, you know, getting to make new music and play music and make a bluegrass album. How crazy is that?
So bluegrass, I assume, was a part of your growing up and an influence on your musical taste?
Yes, my dad played music, folk, bluegrass music, as early as I can remember. My first memories are of music, and it was folk and bluegrass. It was banjos and dobros, and all those instruments just are kind of in my DNA. So I knew someday, Lord willing, I would always want to make a bluegrass album, and finally got a chance to do it.
Stephen, one of the things that I think people love about your music, you write stuff that has depth and punch. And I think that's one of the great gifts God has given you. And thank you for sharing it with the rest of us.
Thank you. Well, I'm, again, so grateful. I got to, you know, sing a few songs with my almost 80-year-old father. He'll be 80 in June. Wow. On this album. He's one of the greatest influences in my faith and in my music. And also my brother. Got my family involved. I got to have my son on this album, my son Caleb. I got to have my daughter-in-law. And even I call him Bluegrass Big Brother, Ricky Skaggs, came and sang on a song to put the official stamp of bluegrass on it. And ultimately, the message I think that all of us want to communicate with all of it is God is faithful. He has been faithful in my life and my journey. And if I can leave that with all the music and all that I've done, then I've accomplished what I had set out to do.
Tell us what you're going to sing for us.
Yeah, I have... those who know my music know that there was a song several years ago called Dive that I wrote.
Yeah.
I always thought this should be a bluegrass song. This would be a great bluegrass song. And so it's my bluegrass version of Dive. Dive into the bluegrass, I guess, is what you'd call it.
By the way, please give my regards to what I think is the best part of your family, your lovely wife, Mary Beth, who I think is just a hero of faith and a wonderful human being.
Thank you.
All right, as Stephen gets ready to perform, Keith is standing by, and he's going to tell you how to get Stephen's latest album. Keith, take it away.
Well, pick up your copy of Stephen Curtis Chapman's Deeper Roots, Where the Bluegrass Grows online. Or for more and his current tour, visit StephenCurtisChapman.com.